Yo, what's good?
Doggie Diamonds did this.
Yes, a lot of people inquire about the promo. I give you the details, but people still ask me the details. But they inquire from the show. But as much as I tell them, and as much as it's on the screen, they'll still ask me. So to be clear, I will promote your content everywhere. We will post content of your choice on all social media accounts. That's my X, my Facebook, my YouTube community, my Instagram stories, as well as my Threads account. Got it? I will post your content on all my social media. It stays everywhere permanently except the Instagram stories because you know that that's only for 24 hours. If you want it on my main page, that ain't $100. We could talk about it, but it ain't for no buck. Okay? Hopefully that helps you. And if you want to interview, hit me up on Instagram as well. Everything is at Doggie Diamonds on Instagram. Hit me up for rates. Might cost you a little, might cost you a lot, but it's going to cost you. But believe it or not, it ain't nothing that's not doable. It ain't nothing that's rent money. It ain't car note money. Something like. All right? Make sure you get at me. Also, make sure you follow me on Facebook. That link is in the description. The name of it is facebook.com/Doggie Diamonds Facebook. That is the name of it. Now, without any further ado, I'm going to play some new music that is actually my outro for my album. But I'm going to use it as the intro for the show. But it's my outro for the show. I just made it last night. I have to stop making music because I keep making new music for this album. And every time I make something, I be like, I'm keeping this. But I'm supposed to be selling music. So that's it.
Doggie Diamonds did this.
Without further ado, let's go. This is the outro for my album. They Pull Me Back In. That's the name of the album. They Pull Me Back In. Have a release date soon.
Doggie Diamonds did this. Doggie Diamonds did this.
Yeah. Yes. I know I'm nice. That's why I pop shit. Never heard nothing like this in your life. I know. Make sure you get them likes up too. Get them likes up. Hype the video. Super chat is open. Cash App is there.
Doggie Diamonds did this.
Yes. Rossa sound crazy on this too, though. This is the outro for my album. Let's go. Ready?
Doggie Diamonds did this.
This is the outro. Let's go. Goodness gracious.
Doggie Diamonds did this.
Goodness gracious. It's the outro. I don't even know the name of none of the beats. I just call this, I think I call this finished. That was it.
Doggie Diamonds did this.
Yes, that's that. All right. That was the outro for my album that I used for the intro tonight. What's up, everybody? I'm Doggie Diamonds. I'm gonna play one more that I did last night. I was up working. Of course, I'm always up working, but sometimes I'm not selling that one. I got other ones that I'm going to I'm gonna play another one that I'm selling tonight. The other ones I played last night I was selling. No, the night before last I was selling, and this one I'm selling. So yo, what's up, y'all, man? How's everybody doing? I went to the gym today and I kind of want to go back, but I was man down like a month and a half ago. A half. What the fuck is a half? A half ago, and I'm taking it easy, but I'm here. So what brings us here tonight? You already know.
Blame Jay-Z.
My nose itch.
Blame Jay-Z.
My left titty nipple got an eye on it.
Blame Jay-Z.
So now all of the preposterous things that I've seen Jay-Z get blamed for, some probably warranted, some probably not warranted. But now he's being blamed for Bobby Shmurda going upstate. Now, what's tripping me out, because he put Bobby Shmurda in the 90s Brooklyn, and he was selling a pack for Jay-Z, and he was rapping about all the crazy shit. Jay-Z made Bobby Shmurda do that. He made him get arrested. So it's starting to become like a witch hunt in the culture to me now. Like when something don't go right, just blame that. I'm telling you, I'm gonna start blaming that nigga. I gotta get some blame in here somewhere because everybody else doing it and people be jacking it. So he been on social media using Chat GPT to write whole thesis for him. And this is what he came up with. Bobby Shmurda goes off over Jay-Z's Roc Nation's involvement in his case. And I'm going to show y'all something else too that's going to trip y'all out. So it goes on to read, Bobby Shmurda claims Roc Nation's lawyer forced him to take a plea deal. Now, I don't know if you know this, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody can make you do anything that you don't want to do when you're a man. Listen, well, maybe they can make y'all niggas do some shit. Nobody can make me do nothing. That's just, I don't know, I'm fucked up like that. But anyway. Bobby Shmurda claims Roc Nation's lawyer forced him to take a plea deal. Jay-Z's Roots Picnic freestyle undoubtedly earned plenty of praise, but it also opened up a window of criticism, even for things unrelated to the performance. Bobby Shmurda has utilized Hov's recent public appearance to air his grievances surrounding how he believes Roc Nation screwed him over. A few days ago, he called out Jay-Z for going through an identity crisis, and now he's shedding more light on the feud between himself and Roc Nation. In a lengthy caption attached to a post of Jeezy discussing why Jay-Z canceled the Seen It All video shoot, Bobby Shmurda accused Roc Nation of practically forcing him into accepting a plea deal. Now listen up. It's not about how you say things. It's about what you're saying. Like you're going to tell me in a nice way you're going to my family and take all my money, right? So wake up, stupid. Shmurda wrote in the caption. He then suggested Jay tried to take advantage of him of his lack of knowledge of the music industry early on. He also added that Alex Spiro, Jay-Z and Roc Nation's longtime attorney, was the one who put him in jail to begin with. Now that I'm out of jail, after his lawyer put me in there, Alex Spiro, which is public, you can look it up. I was forced. The judge said he didn't care. He was sending me all my friends upstate and we can get it on appeal. He added, I knew they wanted to make up for it. So when I came home from prison, I knew they were the only ones that can get me out of the epic deal. And I was held for 6 years in prison. I was the only artist that was held on a deal for 6 years, major label killing, AKA $1 billion company. I don't know what the hell he was saying. But he wrote on his thing, and I'm not reading all of that. I know I came out in 2014 when it was viral, actually viral now. We are fed BS all day when things were like because they were lit naturally funny, naturally lit, naturally real. Now everything is fake and money behind it. They took this back to the TV and gave us a little bit of freedom. Now that the jig is up, they've been scamming us for years. The rest of these whole N-words that's talented are going to do anything to be put in front of the screen. Point blank, period. The rapper shared screenshots of an article and Vibe that noted how Bobby Shmurda refused to sign waivers or documents related to the plea deal that he retracted. Bobby explained how he was forced to accept the sentence while reportedly telling Spiro on the record that he wants to fire him and drop the plea. Why are you telling me to waive my rights? Shmurda said. My fingerprints came back inconclusive. On my first ratchet charge that they sent me upstate 7 years and then tried to spin it about, oh, he took time for his friends, so they didn't look bad. LOL. To tell them N-words. To them, N-words is wicked, son. Narratives is illusion and does not change the truth. So this is what I want to say. I'm going to come back on the screen with y'all really quick, and I'm going to show y'all some stuff. Because when he was getting his deal with Epic, did Jay-Z make him jump on that table and dance for them white folk like that?
Doggie Diamonds did this.
Now, for all of us that was looking, that was one of the most despicable moments that we saw in the culture, was him dancing on that table. That had nothing to do with Jay-Z. The deal that he took with Epic was Shy Money XL. And I'm not saying he did anything wrong. But him jumping on that table, dancing like a damn fool on that, what did that have to do with Jay-Z? You rapping about stuff that was really going on in the hood at that moment. What did that have to do with Jay-Z? I'm trying to figure that out. What did that have to do with Jay-Z? Because you was the one on the goddamn table dancing like a whole, you know, like a whole clown. That was you. That ain't have nothing to do with Jay-Z. Not a damn thing. Also, I'm trying to see. I don't see y'all chatting. I don't know if y'all saying anything. The chat is not loading. So I gotta move it over here. I guess. Yeah, the chat is acting dumb. When you was dancing on that table like a goddamn clown, that ain't had nothing to do with Jay-Z. That's what you wanted to do. You got a record deal. But I want to show y'all something else. And this is very, very interesting. I want to show y'all something that y'all will be interested in. So, when Bobby Shmurda first got locked up, he actually hired this guy, Kenneth Montgomery, who might be more famously known for defending Taxstone in his case. But this was Bobby Shmurda's original lawyer, and he fired him. So he didn't always have Jay-Z's lawyer. He had Kenneth Montgomery. And as you can see by this, I interviewed Kenneth Montgomery. I interviewed him. And you can see he gives an update on what was going on with Bobby Shmurda at that particular time. And we could play it. It's people, it's your boy Doggie Diamonds. You already know what I do. I'm here with somebody who does a lot for the community. We right here in Brooklyn. Attorney in Brooklyn. Let them know your name.
Kenneth Montgomery. Kenneth Jamal Montgomery.
And what do you do for a living? What's your profession?
I'm a trained litigator.
Okay.
Trial attorney, I should say, because there's a difference between litigator and trial attorney. When I graduated law school, I began as an assistant district attorney in the Brooklyn District Attorney's Office. I served there maybe 4.5, 5 years.
So he said he was assistant DA. DAs are not for the defense. This is Taxstone's lawyer, but he was Bobby Shmurda's lawyer because I know him. All I did was ride my bike over to the hood where he had his office at and interview Kenneth Montgomery. And he tells updates in Bobby's case in this time. And if you can see the date and time, you can see this was 10 years ago. This ain't had shit to do with no Alex Spiro. This was 10 years ago. And then you can see the caption that says, I met up with the lawyer for Bobby Shmurda, Kenneth Montgomery. He gave me an update on Bobby Shmurda case, his bail status, and cleared up some of the rumors of Bobby Shmurda's conditions in jail because they said Bobby Shmurda had a rough bid. It was a rough bid. Jay-Z wasn't even around when this happened. This was his lawyer, and Bobby Shmurda fired him. He fired Kenneth Montgomery, the black guy. So if you want to blame Jay-Z, that means that you listened to Jay-Z and he got you a lawyer, you fired Kenny, well, I will call him Kenny. Kenny went to see him and he refused to come out and see him and was like he fired him. Well, let's continue.
I resigned. I did a line to
Never ever sue the driver.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to try to skip ahead. I should have timestamped it, but I didn't.
still rub me the wrong way, but it doesn't offend me anymore. But when I hear that, it bothers me because you still hear people, oh, that's the best black attorney in New York. Or that it just shows you we reasonable people, most logical people. Like I said, I think it's just intellectually dishonest. When you said the word education,
We're going to move
the perspective that exists for us. It's funny. Last week I went and spoke.
We was building, but you know how I do.
Several reasons. It's my opinion that Akil Pollard, aka Bobby Shmurda.
Akil Pollard. This lawyer talk. He didn't call him Bobby Shmurda. Let's go. Jammed by French Montana.
Mm-hmm. We don't live in a time where critical thinking prevails. You know, we have our young men and women living their lives through a mantra of all kinds of stuff and not really thinking about their decision-making process. And unfortunately, you know what? Everybody's not going to like you.
$1 million question everybody want to know that maybe you can answer. Hot Niggas Playing Everywhere. It was just performed at Summer Jam by French Montana. Mm-hmm. It's on the air.
Now the Millie Rock is another song.
Why is Bobby Shmurda still in jail?
Several reasons. It's my opinion that
he was still in prison, and it had nothing to do with Jay-Z. This was his lawyer at the time, and Bobby Shmurda fired him.
Akil Pollard, aka Bobby Shmurda, was made an example of. He represents a certain energy that is everywhere in this America space, or I think even four corners of the earth, where you have black men who have very little resources and opportunity, and they're taking advantage of what is available to them. I think he was made an example. Whenever you have a prosecutor send out pressers before they make an arrest and a perp walk, then there's something else going on. And I think what happened is this young man has been made, him and his co-defendants have been made an example. And the industry
What does any of this have to do with Jay-Z? Continue.
Who sat in a boardroom and said, you know what? This is the song.
I like Hot Nigga.
I like Hot Nigga. Look at that. Look at these guys. I feel this.
Speaking of that, I don't want to cut you.
And they didn't want to come in and make a bell for this young man. They wanted to capitalize over this.
So what he's saying is they capitalized off of the Hot N-Word song. He dancing on the table, but they didn't want to bail him out. Jay-Z had nothing to do with none of this. Remember that. This was his lawyer, not Alex Spiro.
The energy that he had, but they wanted no parts of
so we can say Epic Records refuses to bail him out.
Sony Records, Sony, the parent company, absolutely. I think that's a fair statement.
When he was performing for that room, he got a lot of criticism. They were saying it's
very uncomfortable to watch for me as a fellow black man. I didn't.
This is his lawyer.
Represent him at the time that I saw that, but I know that video that you're talking about.
When you saw that, what was the first thing that came to your mind?
That they trying to exploit this young man, like like this is Cadillac Records, or something even worse. And what's funny is getting to know him. You know, I grew up in Brooklyn.
Let me ask you something. So he's ranting and raving about Jay-Z. Again, I'm going to ask you, did Jay-Z make him jump on that table and dance? Did Jay-Z make him fire Kenneth Montgomery? No. He did what he did because he wanted to do it. He was a young man, and in my opinion, when all his homies was taking their time, he tried to get out of it. He tried to be like, yo, they took their time. That means it wasn't me. But continue.
I'm 42 years old. I went to school most of my life in Brownsville, then Martin Luther King High School before college. He's what I would call a good kid from where I come from. Very charismatic, smart, but he sees life in a different way than others. Not very different from Allen Iverson, who I knew when I went to college in Hampton University. But it was he understands that now. He understands what's at play, and I thought that was horrible to sit in front of a conference room and have these white people who many of them know nothing about you or your lifestyle or your culture or your community and your.
So my thing is, why isn't that a part of his conversation? Because you could say whatever happened with Jay-Z, and if he feels that and he thinks it's real. Nowadays when people think something is real, whether it's not, if they think it's real, it's real. People are delusional like that, right? Why don't he bring up none of the fact that they didn't want to bail him out? Like, how is it Jay-Z's fault and Jay-Z's lawyer fault for him going to prison, but he skips a lot of the story? What about the beginning of the story? This is the beginning of the story.
Neighborhood that you grew up in, and to have them sit and watch this song with the black exec at the head of the table, it's quite American.
The next question, I hear free GS9, free Bobby Shmurda, people saying it on records, they saying it as a hashtag, it's everything. Has any of these so-called bros and crows and the people that saying free GS9 reached out to you to say, what can I do to help?
It's funny.
Instead of telling you about how amazing Toonby
My bad,
really
y'all.
is,
You listening in real time. Jay-Z wasn't even around for none of this.
He definitely, and his co-defendants, they have a community of people, a lot of them coming out of the 90s era.
90s.
Who are at every court date strong.
Wow.
The courtroom is always crowded for all of these young men. But the names and all that stuff, no. No one's reached out.
No rapper has reached out to you?
No.
Wow.
None. I don't think, to be honest, these rappers don't have no money.
No rapper has reached out to his lawyer to free them, to help with their bail. We remember free Bobby Shmurda, free GS9, free all that, but no rapper reached out to help. Let's continue. Because that's very, very important. Niggas had their version of Hot Nigga. They was performing it, doing everything. But not one rapper reached out to help.
So what are they really going to do? You know, let's be honest in that regard.
And I think that needs to be reiterated to the children that's looking at this that think these rappers are millionaires.
No, these rappers aren't millionaires. They're personalities and brands. And that's all they are.
And they got logo deals.
They have logo deals. They have endorsement deals. They take out loans. They don't own their masters. They don't own their tour buses.
All in tax trouble.
They have a lot of tax issues, but they're living the lifestyle. And if you could just go on social media and Instagram, you don't even have to be a rapper anymore to live that lifestyle. You have the cool factor and the cool kids and the swipers and the scammers and, you know, the guys pumping the purple and the weed, and it's just a mess.
What
Nobody's
changed?
being honest.
This is
So
10
do you
years
think
ago.
it's fair that people are actually performing his records around town and his song is getting played still?
I don't think it's fair because
Okay.
obviously his work product is creating revenue that somehow he can't access.
Mm.
You know, because I don't know for sure. I'm not his entertainment attorney, but I would take a good guess that he's probably in the black concerning his selling of his songs.
Because he can't even promote some of it. It's just
But it was so viral that you know I think it made what it was supposed to make.
Now, in the statement that I read from him earlier, he was talking about people going viral and all of that. He went viral for jumping on the damn table, acting like a jackass. That wasn't... Anyway.
But, you know, we live in this very, very weird world and unfair world. And that's the conversation and the dialogue and the discourse for me that's missing. You know, it hurts my heart that most of our kids have not embraced intelligence. Like, white supremacy is purposive. You're not going to get out of it by going along. You're not going to get out of it by not thinking. Intellect and knowledge is the only thing that is our friend. That should be our religion, critical thinking. But we're in this space where everybody want to be a joker. Everybody want to crack jokes.
Yo, this is 10 years ago he's saying all of this. What has changed? 10 years ago. What has changed in 10 years? Everybody's still joking and playing on social media. Dudes still wanting to go viral. What has changed in 10 years? This was 10 years ago. Look at the date. June 17th, 2015, almost to the damn, like a week and a half away to the day.
Be cool.
It's been a lot of reports out there, just reports that he's been in gang brawls in jail. One of them said he got killed in jail and stuff like that. Could you shed some insight on anything that's going on?
And listen, everybody needs to understand something. I don't think most people who have not been there can even fathom what being incarcerated feels and looks like. And the one thing I'll bring up is there's a young man, Khalif Browder, who just died.
Rest in peace. Yep.
Rest in peace. But before he died, there was footage put out of what this young man was going in dealing with.
By the guards and the inmates.
And by the inmates.
And the guards watch the inmates do
Listen,
it.
and I don't think people understand the level of violence, the level of ignorance that exists in the penal system.
And the toll that it takes on you mentally.
The toll that it takes on you
after the fact, because he's been out of jail.
Yes. Physically, intellectually, spiritually. And so what I say to people also is, you got to survive in jail.
Yeah.
And I'm not in there during that time with him, but I will say that he is a survivor.
Okay.
And he understands where he's at. And it's unfortunate, but he is a fighter. And I don't mean a physical fighter.
Yeah.
I'm talking about he has a fighting spirit, and he's doing his.
Mind you, this is who Bobby Shmurda fired. Look it up. Bobby Shmurda fired him and then somehow got with Roc Nation attorneys. Bobby Shmurda fired him.
best that he possibly can to survive.
Do they naturally put him in protective custody?
I think, yeah, from a liability standpoint.
Okay.
Department of Corrections, they wouldn't want to be
Get a lawsuit
susceptible
on it,
from
yeah.
a lawsuit. So anyone, Lil Wayne,
Yeah.
anyone.
Explain that to them, because I think they think, oh, he pussy, he was a PC.
Ignorant shit.
He supposed to be.
Yeah,
he dropped his flag when he was in the
ignorant shit. Listen, he has no choice. He has
What I want to say, right? I say this all the time to y'all. The same shit that make you laugh, make you cry. Many of us, black men and black women, act like jackasses, and we get rewarded for it. And the same thing that you get rewarded for also could get snatched away from you. But when you was laughing, kikiing, thinking it was funny and getting shit, the minute it goes away, you look for somebody to blame. Didn't 2-3 days ago I said to y'all, I always take accountability for me. I always say it's my fault. If you put me in the street and I'm in the street doing dumb shit and knucklehead shit, and yeah, we out here, yeah, yo, I could go to any hood, ain't nothing gonna happen. When hood shit happen, that's a part of the system that you are a part of. It's a part of the ecosystem. It's still fill the morgues, fill the jails, the police get work. And that's the shit that we using these devices for, to brag on. So when it happened, nobody's to blame. Nobody can make you take a plea deal. And when you playing with this judicial system, you can't say, all right, I'm going to take the plea. I don't want to take it. I want to fire my lawyer. Yo, it's taxpayers' dollars to prosecute you, jackass. So you don't get a bunch of chances. So if you say, I'm going to take the plea, you can't just in the 13th hour say, I don't want to take it. That's not how that works. But for some reason, we don't think we got to follow the rules and regulations of society. We think because we could whip somebody's ass or jump somebody or shoot somebody or talk loud, we don't have to follow nothing. That's why you see what you see every time you look at social media. What's the one thing that people like to say to police? You can't do that while they're doing it. You can't do that while they're doing it. Everybody in prison said they can't do that while they're in prison. Nah, they wasn't supposed to do that while they're in prison. So if I'm out with said dudes and we on derelict time and dudes get locked up, I'm not going to be like, I don't know what's going on. No, I know we was on derelict time, because derelict time is rewarded in our culture, because the same way they got praised for being gangsters is the same way Ross would get clowned for being a damn correction officer. So what do you want, real or you want fake? Because if you fake in our culture and you can be exposed, you're discredited. Now Bobby Shmurda is even actually questioning Jay-Z's street credibility. Somebody who's a billionaire, somebody who made it further than your little ass did, pause, you're questioning his street credibility? What would a man at 56 be trying to prove street credibility? Why would he be trying to prove that he's credible in the streets? At 56, this is the mentality that this little dude got down here. So Jay-Z was responsible for him coming out of jail, dancing all zesty and shit, and doing zesty shit, and sitting there with his legs crossed and acting like something is off with him, because we do have to respectfully say, for some individuals who go through it, your mind is not always right. I think every brother who get out of prison for a long period of time should take some type of counseling. But again, you went on motherfucking, you've been doing all these interviews. Where is your music? Are you signed in a situation where you can't make music? Because it's easy to say somebody did something. Somebody made me do something. That's what's crazy. Yo, listen, nobody can make you do shit. And you know what's even crazier, right? This is the craziest thing. Niggas lie to their mama. They lie to their kids. They lie to their girls. They lie to their wives. They lie to their homies. And get in front of these white men and tell the truth. What is it about just seeing them that makes you just spill the fucking beans? And if you wasn't guilty in any way, and you was the bag, and you was then your man should have took everything for you and say Bobby didn't have nothing to do with nothing. But obviously you were guilty of something. And then if you was in a situation where you so-called, because that's the narrative y'all was running with, you took more time so Rowdy can get less time. Everybody was commending you for that shit. Yo, he a real nigga. See, this is the thing. And this is why these are teachable moments of everything always being put on this a real nigga. Do you know how oxymoronic that statement is, to be a real nigga? What is a real nigga? What is a street nigga? What is a real nigga? In 2026, we still perpetuating this behavior that got niggas fucking locked up right now. So now let's call Jay-Z credibility into fold. Let's call his street credibility into fold. Is he really a street nigga? Maybe he ain't really a street nigga. But you proving that you was yielded what results? My grandmother, I've said this years ago. She said it's two places they always make room for you. It's never too crowded. And that's jail and the morgue. It's never too crowded for you. They'll never say, no, this shit too crowded. Let them go. They'll make room for you. When I was young and reckless, I used to say shit to my grandmother. I used to say, I'm going to go outside and hit somebody in the head with, I don't know. I used to say, yo, I'm going to go outside and hit somebody in the head with a bat. Probably like 11 and some shit. They were like, they make room for you. And I was like, what is she talking about? It's two places they always make room for you. Jail and the morgue. And it's like a big deal. I see on social media, not only on social media, because I do content and I do interviews. Nobody takes accountability for what they did in the situation. You are responsible for you. Crying about what another man did to you or didn't do for you is the most bitch ass shit I've ever seen. I'm just being real with y'all. I gotta say this because it's always what somebody did to, if you a man, because we would say as a man, which is the dumbest shit ever too, because as a man, you coming, I'm coming as a man. What the fuck was you before? So I don't do that as a man shit. But my thing is this. If you a real man, nobody can't do shit to you that you don't want to be done. You don't have to make no decision that you don't want to make as a man. But dudes give up their whole man card and blame somebody because you didn't do something as a man. That's why I talk the shit I talk, because can't nobody do shit about it. You can't make me do shit, and you can't make me be quiet. If I decide that I want to say and do anything as a man, I'm going to do it. So nobody is going to make me take a plea deal, go to prison, and then I come out and still fuck with them in some type of way. Now, if we review our history, grandpa, granddaddy, pop, whatever it is you call them, pop. Some of our fathers and uncles before the crack epidemic changed our communities, we never seen our men bitch and complain about nothing. They didn't always have the rent. They didn't always have money for food. They didn't always have money to get you Christmas gifts, school clothes, birthday gifts. But one thing they always did is they always found a way, and they never fucking complained. They always found a way. Some of y'all can remember your father, grandfather breaking their back, literally, to put food on y'all tables to help y'all. Nowadays, these bitch ass dudes always complaining or what somebody not doing for them or what somebody did to them. Now, if you a guy and you can identify your oppressor, it's one person responsible. One man responsible for doing, you ain't gonna do shit to him, but you'll be in Target or Walmart ready to blow somebody's face off because they looked at you. But the person who took all your family's money away, your children's inheritance away, you gonna go on the internet and fucking cry about it, and we're all supposed to rally behind you and say, that's fucked up. I'm lost. I don't depend on nobody to do shit for me. Not another man. Because I'm gonna tell you something. The minute a man is putting food on your table and taking care of your household, they got the right to come in your house and fuck your wife. Because they more the man of the house than you. Say it again. If I was sitting here saying, such and such supposed to give me some bread, that's why I can't. What type of man am I? Because a real man always gonna figure it out. Grandpop always figured it out. Uncle always figured it out. Pops always figured it out. Now we in the era of bitch ass dudes who, yo, I was gonna have this, but son did. Huh? So you ain't got that because another man didn't do something for you. And if another man feeds you, another man can starve you. Some people take pleasure in watching you squirm. Some people take pleasure in watching you get gassed and they snatch it all away. And what do these dudes do? They poke their lip out. They hit me. I want to expose son. Expose him for what? No, because son didn't do. I look at that shit funny. I'm going to just be real. I always say, so you nigga mad at him for that? It's always what somebody didn't do. You got to figure it out, man. Nobody owes you shit. And the day that you realize that nobody owes you shit, you going to be all right. Morally, maybe some people should do right by you, right? But who the fuck am I to judge people by morals? Some of my morals might not be in alignment with what you think morality is. I've historically always talked about getting fellatio. That might be morally wrong to some. So I don't want to be the moral police all the time. So morally, yeah. Everybody say, yeah, we gonna do this. We gonna get this when we get this. And then the nigga get in and say, psych. And then what you do? You go right to the internet. And son got the deal and he cut me out of it. That's man shit. I've had partners who did things to me, but people don't know that, right? So you'll think, oh, he get into it with a lot of people. No, niggas did shit they ain't had no business doing. And the only reason why I allow certain people to still exist, because I might know they children or they mama. And I'm going to figure it out regardless. I'm going to figure it out. Like, okay, that's what it is. I'm glad you showed me. I'm glad you showed me what it is over some penny pinching ass bread or little gel, whatever it is you have. But this is the thing. This became the new trend. Yo, shit happened. Just blame this situation. Because I wasn't in the streets. I wasn't no fucking GS9 Crip. I wasn't a part of nothing. It was Jay-Z. I fired my black attorney who was a part of everything that I was doing, who, as we can see, speaking, has some type of intelligence as far as socially. He was intelligent of what's going on with you. You fired him. So let's say, hypothetically speaking, you fired him and hired Jay-Z's attorney. You thought the grass was greener. That's still on you. You hire and fire your attorneys, and then you try to fire that attorney. So if somebody got in your ear and say, yo, fuck that attorney, fire him, I got one for you, and you do it, and somebody has your back, and you think somebody else has your back because it's, yo, Hove, get me out of this shit. That's what you get for having a God complex. That's what you get for looking at another man as your fucking savior when you should save yourself. And then you saying you 19, I guess you're 29 now, right? And you still fucking stupid. Because we go from blaming to what's his street credibility? The shit that got you jammed up in the first place. Street credibility don't mean shit. And the minute some of y'all fucking morons put that through your brain, you gonna be okay. You gonna get fire emojis. You gonna get everything you looking for as far as being viral. And then niggas is gonna yell, free you, and they gonna fuck your daughter and your wife. That's just the truth. And the day that you realize that, that's it. They gonna try to smash your daughters, your nieces, move in your crib, wear your clothes, and then gloat in front and be yelling free you at the same time. Because you put on for complete bozo ass ignorance. You're gonna keep doing it. You're just gonna keep doing it because a lot of niggas need a hug. A lot of niggas need some type of male influence, and niggas is too grown to be looking for daddies when you a daddy now. If you a daddy, you an uncle, you a godfather, you anything, it's just too late, bro. Just take the role. Just be what you always wanted to somebody else. But any man who leaves his safe crib to go out in the street to be with fucking knuckleheads, you deserve everything that happened to you. Because when niggas call me and say pop out, they don't even call me no more because they know the answer is no. I control my destiny. If I don't work, I don't eat. I could be in here making music. I could be in here doing content. I could be doing all types of shit. What do I look like going outside to fucking stand around with niggas who ain't doing shit? And it's 10 of them, and about 7 of them really, really, really wish they could bust me over my fucking head with a pipe because I didn't give them $20 to go to the liquor store. But that's what y'all niggas like. That's what y'all want. So when I be seeing niggas get killed, I be seeing niggas getting robbed, I be like, yo, fuck you expect? What do you expect? We're not the first case of somebody that got robbed in the street or back door or somebody set them up. This shit happens every day. You know what you do? You stay away from it. What they gonna say? He asked, he ain't out here. The dumbest nigga says, I can go anywhere I want and nothing can happen to me. Everybody who dead thought that. You think if a man got up and said, yo, I'm gonna go over here today. The niggas gonna body me. I'm going. I know I'm gonna get bodied. Nobody thought nothing was gonna happen to them. Everybody think it can't happen. Me, I know the shit can happen, but you know why? Because I seen it happen. I seen it happen. And just to validate myself to strangers who ain't even valid, I gotta go outside amongst pieces of shit and people who don't want nothing in life. Because you gotta realize some people don't want nothing. Some dudes just want to get high and clap cheeks. And they made it and put on an outfit. That's not what I see for myself. That's not what I want. So I stay away from it. So then we start questioning street credibility and who's really this and who's really that. Every nigga I know that got street credibility is dead or in jail. That's just being real. And I get jail calls every other day or every day. And the dudes that's in there can't wait to get back to society. And the dudes that's out here can't wait to get in there or get in the fucking morgue. Yo, there is no heroes parade for a dumbass nigga in the street. Like I said, you die, go to jail, niggas gonna fuck your girl, fuck your daughters, fuck your nieces, wear your jewelry, drive your car, wash, rinse, repeat. I don't care if you Alpo, Rich Porter, Killer Ben, I don't care who you are. The story ain't gonna change for you. And a lot of men need to start taking accountability for themselves because other people depend on you. How could anybody depend on you when you a fucking bitch? Always tell me, they didn't do this. Son was supposed to. I be hearing niggas sometimes, I be like, huh? So do it yourself. Even if somebody try to stop you, know how many people been trying to stop me? I think some people gave up because I'm fucking relentless. And I can't identify the person. So it sometimes it's a collective. Sometimes it's a collective. And sometimes I can't identify the people in the collective, but I could sometimes feel where it's coming from. That's why I'm so confrontational. That's why I say what I say. Because when we sit in these spaces and places, we're not supposed to be talking like this. We're supposed to be going on what was going on because it's entertainment and it's fun. Because people love to see miserable ass people because it makes them feel a little better. I got roaches, but I ain't got roaches like that. I'd rather take the train than to have that hoopty. That nigga got 4 missing teeth. Shit, I'll take my 1 missing tooth any day. Damn, he on child support? That's fucked up. I'm paying for my 1 little kid on child support. It's killing me. So I know them 17 people look for shit that might be worse off than them. So they feel better about themselves. They get a little esteem. Your son can't get a deal, neither can I. Oh, he used to mess with such and such? So did I. But these are our men, right? And it's not my job and it's not your job to try to control women and what women are doing. It's your job to control you. Because as a man, you set the fucking tone. You're supposed to. Yo, I don't even depend on nobody to do nothing for me. I don't even trust motherfucker. Yo, I could, don't. Hey, if you do it, fine. But I ain't gonna hold my breath and wait. I don't need you for no fucking thumbnail, for no music, I don't need nobody for shit. Now, I am appreciative of people who, who bring things to the table and actually come through. I appreciate people. But being dependent upon, and then when it goes wrong, I'm blaming somebody. No, it was your decision to fuck with somebody. And then niggas be having track records for being pieces of shit. What make you think they wasn't gonna do it to you? So Bobby Shmurda is just joining the campaign. Because think about this. All them white folks, they just didn't do nothing. They ain't do nothing wrong. It was Hove. Hove did it. Him and his lawyer sent me to jail. They was the prosecutors. It don't make no sense. But when you was outside, when y'all got caught with all them ratchets, when you was rhyming about, he just killed a nigga about a week ago, and some of that shit was true, nigga didn't write your lyrics. So this is what I'm saying. What we put out there, when it happens, we can't complain about it. Yo, shit just happened. Yo, this what comes with the shit. If you sling mud, you don't think no mud gonna get on you? He didn't. Jay-Z didn't make him jump on that table and start dancing. Jay-Z didn't make him come home and fold his legs and doing all this and twerking and all this shit. No, he Jamaican. All the Jamaicans I ever knew was this anti-body boy. He Jamaican. That's why he dancing like that. For real? It's news to me. Anyway, I ain't gonna keep y'all all night. I worked on some more music. I just want to say something about music. I don't know where this beat is at that I'm looking for. A lot of people are contacting me for music. Only thing that I have to do, I have to get a written agreement drawn up. So anybody who's contacting me for music, let me get the written agreement drawn up so we can handle the business properly. I don't really want to do no brown paper bag thing. I want to do it correctly, so we both protected legally, because I don't want to have to hurt nobody because the motherfucker ran off with my music and didn't credit me correctly and all that, because I will. Music was always my saving grace. That's my first love. That's what I did before I did anything. I'm actually moonlighting as a YouTube guy and an interviewer. I really make music. Last night, I was inspired by Conway freestyle, the free thing. So I was like, what would it be like if I did a beat for Conway? If I did a beat for Benny, if I did a beat for Westside Gun, Rome Streets. I spoke to Spesh, that's my bro. He said, send him a pack. So y'all heard all the music that I make. Some of you who pay attention, some of y'all didn't. So I made this last night with Conway in mind. Enjoy.
Doggie Diamonds did this. 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 did this. Doggie Diamonds did this. Doggie Diamonds did this. Doggie Diamonds did this.
Yeah.
Doggie Diamonds did this.
That's why I pop shit about music. Because I'm actually fucking talented. So shout out to the people that I call late at night and bug the fuck out of them with music. Because that's all I've been doing lately is a lot of music. Yeah, but I appreciate anybody. That beat is for sale as well, too. And when you hear my beat price, it's probably gonna fuck your head up. But let's lock in. Let's do an EP. I give you 6, give you 5, whatever, and we work out some prices. But I just got to get some shit drawn up, and that's it. So if you enjoyed the intro to the show, that's my outro to the show. That's it. But I'm about to get off with y'all and work on more music. So that's it. I think I did something else last night. If I could try to find it. I did something else last night. Let me see if I could find it. Knowing me, I did another beat. I think I did a few. Oh, it was ending track, but I changed it. Did I change this? Yeah, I did change that. So I made it more dramatic. But like I said, this is the outro for my album. So if you just coming in the room, I played the outro for my album. The name of the album is called They Pull Me Back In. What I'm going to do is find a date. I don't know what date I'm doing it, but it's gonna be sometime this month. Ready?
Doggie Diamonds did this. Doggie Diamonds did this.
This is my outro for my album.
Doggie Diamonds did this.
So I got like 1,000,001 beats in here. I did that. Yeah, I did that last night too. So listen, I got to get the hell up out of here because I'm working on more music, and I gotta I have to fulfill my orders for music. If you want music from me, hit me on the DM at Doggie Diamonds. Before I go, that's the outro. This the intro. Listen, I'm gonna talk shit about music.
Doggie Diamonds did this.
This is the intro to the album now.
Doggie Diamonds did this. 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 Doggie Diamonds did this.
That's how the album start. So what I played was the intro and outro. I got a lot of things in between. But y'all, I want to thank y'all for joining me. Like I said, I got music for sale. If you listen to the Dame Dash show, I play some of that music too. I could do any album. I could do any genre of music. Like I said, I've been doing music since 1993. I've been doing that longer than anything. But the shit drove me crazy at one point in my life, so I had to fall back. Now I feel comfortable that I'm not working for food. I can do music at my leisure. and just put it out there as I want to, sell music as I want to, do it as I want to, do it, and I don't have to do it, and there's no pressure. So now that I don't have no pressure on me, I could just sit there and perform and just do what I do. So again, I appreciate y'all. Until next time, peace. Make sure you hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe and hype the video if you can. Until next time. This is on the album too. You already know. Shout out to y'all. I appreciate y'all. Make sure you watch these recommended videos. And make sure you click the logo to subscribe to the channel. Get it? They put me back in the album. Coming soon. Get it?